Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today on ATS, I'm going to be taking an external contract, which is the contracts directly from World of Trucks. And we're going to be going from San Francisco all the way up to Eureka. Hopefully we get the road that's near the coast and it's a scenic travel. It's not that far and it's only, we only have 8 hours to go. 8 hours and 56 minutes. It's, yeah, it's only 6 hours and 6 hour drive. But I know I don't have, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And Eureka, so we'll knock off 2 more cities on this trip. Get a little more money. 14 grand and yeah. Should be a nice short drive. I think we are going to get the road on the coast though. So I don't know, let's get to it. Now the question is, can I actually get it out of this? That's the big question here. Without damaging it. I'm sorry if my volume is a little messed up. I'm trying to work out the new soundboard and the new mic and that. For some reason, ATS just plays havoc with all the soundboards and everything else, and I'm not sure why. Like, I've made a couple of videos with War Thunder, a couple more videos for Golf It. All of it was fine. There was not a problem. I get in to make an ATS, and yeah, you can't hear my voice whatsoever. You can hear the truck fine, you can hear everything else fine. You can't hear my voice. So I spent an hour and a half trying to figure out and get my voice this loud. And I'm still having an issue with it because I either have to scream really loud or there we go. I either have to scream really loud. Well, not scream, but talk really loud. Or directly into the mic with the gain all the way up. There is just something wrong with this. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and because even RJ was saying that I was basically blowing out his speakers. Whoops. I should have taken that a little wider. Oh well. I just don't understand. Alright, I just checked the, if you notice that little break, I just checked the audio and everything sounds fine now. So I just have to remember for ATS I have to speak really loudly. Sorry RJ, your ears are gonna hurt. But everything else seems like it's alright. I guess we'll know what's going on when I start editing. I start putting it through the editing process and I can't hear it. I'm pretty much gonna lose it. Because like I said, I've been making videos, other videos, and playing with the guys on Ghost Recon and that. And I can hear it just fine. ATS, for some odd reason, ATS plays havoc with any kind of voice. And I'm not talking over the CB the entire time. So, and I have no idea what just came up. I didn't even press any buttons on that and it just popped up. Nothing I can do about that. But the big difference between external contracts and the contracts that are inside the game is the fact that it's coming directly from World of Trucks. And there's a speed limiter on it, on the highways and that, so you can only go the speed limit or about 5 or 6 miles an hour above it. I know it says 68 right now, 70, but I'm going down a hill, so it actually cancels it out for a little while. Once I get into straightaway, I'll be back down to the speed limit. The other thing is they're supposed to be a little more challenging, a little different, and it's going to be a lot more money. That's as far as I've seen it, because I started doing the external contracts when the Christmas special was going on. And I noticed a lot of the contracts and that, I noticed the limiter automatically, because RJ and I were both on it. When I refer to RJ, it's Raj Bear. And, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's actually pretty cool that you can actually have different set of contracts to actually use. So, and I don't have any serious complaints about ATS, but this, with the recording and that, with the audio. Because like I said, I recorded Golf It the other day, not a problem. I recorded War Thunder the other day, not a problem. Recorded Minecraft the other day, not a problem. And I've been playing games with the guys, and we didn't have any problems with that. Now, the soundboard, even though it's new in that, I pretty much know how to control it and how to use it. The only thing is, if it's not ATS, it's got to be OBS, but I've had no problems with OBS over the years, so... Over the years. I mean over the year. So if this is the first problem, then, you know, I'll just figure it out. However, the big thing with the soundboard is I'll be able to attach my phone to the soundboard and play music behind when I'm editing. That was close. AI drivers do not stop. I keep forgetting that. Where was I? Oh yeah, I can play music from my phone on, you know, either Spotify or Pixabay, which I have accounts with both. And, edit it into the video. So, that was the main thing and the big thing that I wanted to get. I get the soundboard for, so... However, when Raj Bear saw it and we finally got everything hooked up, he was for a good half hour, 45 minutes working with the voice changer, but I'm not about to use that, so not on this game anyway. I'm not sure if it's part of the rework or if it's the graphics. Hey, there we go. We got that sound that I won't try to pronounce, because I know I'll kill it. But anyway, I don't know if it's the reworking and they made everything much more clearer, or they worked on the graphics. But doesn't the scenery look a little different? A lot different, actually, from what we used to know as for California. For those of us that have played the game in California, I know I used to avoid it because, well, this road here would be only one lane, and it kind of sucked. It was very hard to get anywhere. Plus, we were traveling... The same road would be right here, but we wouldn't be able to see much. We would see hills and trees, but that's it. But now, maybe I haven't played it down here in a long time, but it just seems a lot more beautiful. I just don't understand why. There's that limiter. If it wasn't for that limiter, I would have been flying up this hill. And actually doing the speed limit. Nothing I can do about that. Looks like the load's fine. One of the comments was, why don't you get out and why do you use the game to connect the trailer? And why don't you get out and connect it yourself? I don't know how to. That's the bottom line. That's... I've only been playing this game for a year, so I still have a lot to learn with this. So I don't know how to do that yet. But at the same time, even if and when I learn how to do it, I'm not exactly sure I'm going to. I mean, that's part of the game that you can just easily hit the one key and you can couple up. So, I mean, I'd like to get out and walk around my truck to inspect the load in that, to see how big it is or what I'm carrying in that in more detail. But as far as the coupling is concerned, I'll forget something, and I know it. Like, forget the air brakes or something. And I even lowered the master volume in the game a little. It's just, you know, it's a work in progress, I guess. Because with the old mic, I had to lower my voice and talk quietly, and that it would pick it up. Otherwise, it would sound scratchy in that. But for this mic, a little more professional, I guess, because how big it is and all the features it comes with. So I guess I'm just gonna have to adapt as anyone would. But the soundboard and the mic are made by the same company, and even my last mic was made by them, so I don't know. Like I said, it's a work in progress. Let's get off of that ranting of mine and talk about the weather. A week ago, it was 98 degrees back here in Pennsylvania, where I live. At night, it was 75. It was cool, but it was humid. Last night, I was freezing because it was 60 degrees. Back in the winter when it was 60 degrees, I had the doors open. I had the windows open. It was nice and warm. Isn't it weird how as soon as you feel like 90 degrees, 80 degrees, 90 degrees, how cold 60 degrees is? Now me personally, I was born in January, so I was born in the heart of winter, so I know cold. But I'm more into, I'm much like my mother in the aspect that I like and enjoy fall a lot better, autumn. You know, it's just starting to get colder. It's dry air most of the time. The leaves are changing. I mean, you can go up to the orchard and get fresh apples and that. Plus, with the garden and the farms around here, you can get the fresh vegetables and everything. And start preparing for winter and that. Now, I've already been preparing for winter because Raj Bear's been up the house a couple of times dropping trees, helping me drop some trees, and I've been chopping and stacking the wood and that. Finally, turn. Thank you. Anyway, I was chopping wood and that, and I've been working on my garden and that, which RJ actually helped me get the tiller going. So thank you, Raj Bear. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying my yard. I'm enjoying the warm weather, but when it turned 60 degrees the other day, oh, I was freezing. And it was right after we had severe thunderstorms roll through. A lot of trees and a lot of buildings got damaged from that last severe thunderstorm. In fact, part of the road that Raj Bear lives on is still closed. And we went walking down there to see what we could see, and the power lines are literally... It's a narrow passage because you got the river on the left side, you got the mountain on the right side, and the poles are all along the river side. Well, wouldn't you know it, all the poles are actually now... The bases of them are still where they were before the storm. However, they're severely leaning now. Not only over the road, there's a couple of them that are dangerously close to actually falling on the road. So that portion of the road that he lives on, which is a highway around here, is still closed. And, you know, we walked about a mile that night to go down and take a look at it after we got out of work. And as soon as I saw that pole, I'm like, nope, I don't have to go any further. I know what it is. And he goes, why? I said, take a look at the pole. He goes, whoa, that's leaning. I'm like, yeah. He walked a little bit further and saw that there was a couple trees down still in the road. Because we were figuring it was, you know, a landslide or something, or a couple of trees, one or two trees that'll be open in, it'll be open in a couple of days. We didn't expect them to be closing it for about weeks, but they have to. And that's the only the only power lines that go up that road, and for everybody that lives up there. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess they're gonna try to get new poles in there along that area, and then what they'll do is probably transfer all the power so they don't cut the power. But yeah, that wind and that severe thunderstorm that damaged, I think the grand total was 10 or 12 counties that saw damage. Now, thank God I didn't have too many problems at my house. I had small branches here and there down, but nothing catastrophic. And the same thing with Raj Bear. His house didn't even see too many trees down. I think he had a couple of branches down, but that was it. So we were lucky. But along the river there, when you have mountain and mountain, we live in a valley. So when the wind starts picking up and it's blowing and it goes down that river, it just speeds up. I remember the one year I was growing up, I think it was 92. My Boy Scout unit was going on a canoe trip from Barton, New York, all the way down to our hometown. And on the way up, you know, the river was up, so we knew it was going to be a fast current in that. So it probably wouldn't have taken us. We had 5 days. I believe it took us only 3 days to make it. So I mean, the current was going really fast. And yeah, we heard reports of a tornado. Well, on the way down, when we're paddling down the river, you know, once in a while we'd look over on the mountain on the right, and there would be a big swath of trees down. It would look like a bald patch on the mountain. Further down the river, about maybe 4 or 5 miles, on the left side you would see the same thing. And we were seeing that for a good 25 miles of the river. And before we actually stopped for the night and basically just stopped for the night for just to rest and to eat supper and that. Well, one of our scoutmasters went out and called his family to see just what was going on, because that was even strange to them. Here it turns out again that about a 10-mile swath, it lasted about 10 miles going down the river, or 5 miles going down the river. A tornado was bouncing along, crossing the river, and where we saw the bald patches, that's where the tornado was. So, and it dissipated just before it entered our area. I mean, there was a couple towns away, but it stopped right there. And back then, you didn't hear about tornadoes too much. So all the guys were really impressed. And we're like, whoa, we got excited. We were trying to figure it out. No one was hurt, thankfully. No damage. Property damage was reported from that. But it was still the fact that, this tornado, what came down, started around 5 miles up the river, and it just started going down and coasting down, and literally bounced off each side of the mountain while it was traveling down the river. So, and we were seeing the results of it. So that whole river, when the wind blows on that river or around that river, it's, you have to take notice. You have to take notice normally anywhere, but along that river, that's when it starts getting scary. Because there's no buildings, there's no, storm shelters. Now, as an adult, I know what to look for and what not to look for and what not to really panic about or with tornadoes and that, but when I was probably in 92, I was 14, I think. Yeah, 14 or 15. So, to a 14 or 15-year-old, that was something to be excited about, but also be a little leery about. But yeah, that windstorm, that severe thunderstorm that went through, it didn't really rain that much. That's another thing about it. Yeah, it had a downpour, and it lasted for maybe 20 minutes. And once the rain passed, you would figure the wind would pass with it because the storm would be over. No, the wind was the storm and rain and thunder and lightning. That stuff was like, the softening blow, then the wind came. And then for 3 days afterwards, it's been 60 degrees. So that was one heck of a storm. And I know the weather out west has been really bad this year. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Alright, Jeff, let's see how you do. Alright, we got it in here. Now, how much damage am I gonna get from this road? For some reason, these dirt roads, I get damage a lot. RJ doesn't get any, which kind of ticks me off. But I just put my airbags up all the way, so hopefully I don't get anything. But it looks like, yeah, we're here. Another thing with external contracts, you don't do, I can do anything. You only have 2 choices. There we go. Especially when you have a low boy. And I also changed the paint on my truck. There we go. Excellent. Yeah. You also get a lot more experience points when you are doing stuff within the World of Trucks, you're actually getting a lot more points for XP in that, so you can quickly go up the levels. But yeah, time in game 58 minutes. Driven distance 370 miles. Almost 59 gallons of fuel, but that wasn't bad. And I've completed 48 contracts inside of World of Trucks. Whereas the other one, I'm triple digits at this point. So, yeah, we're going to continue. But there's the paint job. I like this paint job a lot more than the green one. I think it looks like feathers in that, and it's blue, light blue, and the gold in that. I like that paint job, so this paint job's going to be on this truck for a while. So, but yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you for all the support in the past and the present, and thank you for understanding about my job and everything with the video equipment and the audio equipment. I can't talk right now. Um, yeah, I've been trying to work it out and everything, and right now, as you can see on my channel, the normal schedule has been pretty much completely pushed to the side, and I'm trying to get videos up as fast as I can. I'm starting to normalize, and this Wednesday that coming up, there will be videos on it again. This Sunday, there's going to be a video out, and Thursday there's going to be a video out. So I'm trying to, when it's busy at work, I'm trying to cut away from uploading on those days. And our schedule starts Sunday through Thursday, so. But yeah, I want to get ATS. I know ATS has been a staple on my channel for so long, and it's always been up on Friday, but because of the audio problems, obviously I missed last Friday, but this one will be up on Friday, coming up. Probably the first week of July. So, but like I said, it's a work in progress, and hopefully I got it net this time and nailed it. And the coming episodes now, that if I did figure out what I'm doing with the soundboard, there will be music in the background. Finally, play country music again, or 80s music. I'm not sure which. Doesn't really matter though. It's music. So until next time, have fun out there. Peace.